Morning to you all. The branch we are looking at today is cosine rule, and under this cosine rule, we want to see how to apply cosine rule, and that is under geometry. We have done sine rule before we went on break, and these are the formulas for you to use for cosine rule. A squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. That is if you are looking for side A. B squared is equal to a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cos b. That is if you are looking for side B. And c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. That is if you are looking for side C. Now, if you are looking for the angle and you want to use cosine rule, that means for you to use cosine rule, let me say this: for you to use cosine rule, you must have been given the two sides and the angle that is between them. So meaning, out of the three sides, the two sides have been given. Then the third side is what you are looking for. Then the angle between the two sides has been given. That is when you apply cosine rule to find the third side. Why? If you want to find the angle, all the three sides will have been given for you to be able to find any of the angle that you are looking for. So if you check the triangle, you discover that all the three sides is given and you have to find one of the angle, then you can simply apply cosine rule. All right. So let's look at the example here. As you can see here, that is the example they are giving here. They are giving an illustrative. When do we use cosine rule? You can use cosine rule when you are told all the three sides and asked to find any angle. So you are given, that is when you apply cosine rule. Or you are given the two sides and the angle that is in between them. That is what is called the included angle. Angle between 20 centimeter and 15 centimeter is 45. So in this case, I can use cosine rule to find the value of x. That's the case may be. So example, here is the example. Example is there where you have the angle between 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter. So, and the angle between them is 65 centimeter, as you can see here. The angle here is 65 centimeter. Is between 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter. So the formula to use here is c squared. This is the formula here. This is the formula here. Is c squared. So then you replace. So when you replace for a is 3 centimeter. So you have a squared. B is 4 centimeter. That is 4 square. 2 times a, 2 times 3, 2 times b, which is 4, and that equals to cos 65. So now, as I used to say, if you have to solve anything like this, everything has been stopped. Everything has been stopped. If you look at this, you discover that they did not show you the workings here. So you should not do mistake. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to find 3 square. 3 square will give you 9. Then plus 4 square will give you 16. So then you add this one together first. That will give you 25. Then you do that of the other side of negative, which is 2 times 3 is 12. 12 times 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 24. Then multiply by cos 65. So whatever, when you multiply by cos 65, you have to multiply this 25 by cos 65. The answer you get, you now subtract it from this 25, and that is what will give you 14. That is what will give you this one here. That's what will give you this one here. So it is this one now. Square root of this now will not give you this. Will not give you this, and that is how to apply cosine rule. That is how to apply cosine rule. All right. So now for the second example, here all the three sides has been given, just as you said. If all the three sides is given, that means you can find any of the angle that he asks you to find. So in this case, you have to find angle C, and the formula to use is also stated here. So, and therefore you can as well substitute for the value of A, which is 8, it becomes 8 square. Value of B, which is 9, it becomes 9 square. Value of C, which is 7.5, it becomes 7.5 square. Divided by 2 times 8 times 9, which is going to be, I think this is 72 times 2, 144. So this is 64 plus 81. So then minus 7.5 square. So that means you have to add 8 square plus 9 square before you now subtract it from 77.5 square. Then the final answer you get for the numerator divided by the answer you get for the denominator. At the end of the day, that will give you 0.6163 when you divide. Then how do we get C? We'll find cos inverse of the answer we get, which is cos inverse of 0.6163, and that will give you 51.95 degrees. 51.95 degrees. Now here, if you see they said the angle is this to 2 decimal places, I always tell you to put answer in decimal place, but in case they ask you to convert to minute, this 95 now, for you to convert it to minute, normally if you want to change decimal to minutes, to minute to decimal, you divide it by 60. Since you are not changing back now, so you have to do the multiplication and say 0.95, you take it aside and multiply it by 60. 0.95 times 60, so that will give you 57 approximately. So that is why you have 51 degree 57 minutes if you have to do the conversion. So this is another example for you to go through. Here too, they are given two sides and the angle between them. You can also apply just like the one we did earlier. So you go through that by yourself. Then this one too, all the three sides is given. So you are looking for one of the angle, and that has also been settled, and you can go through that by yourself too. This is summary of cosine rule, and this is summary of cosine rule that you can go through. Now let's come to this one here. They are just asking you which law can you apply. For number one, for triangle A, you are going to apply sine rule. While for triangle B, you are going to apply cosine rule. Why is it cosine rule? Because all the three sides has been given. That is the condition that we gave earlier. Why this one is a condition for sine rule, which we have done. Two angle is given and one side. Therefore, we can find the other side using sine rule. Why in the case of triangle C, we are still going to use sine rule. Why are we using sine rule? Because two sides has been given, two angle has been given, and one side is given. So when two angle is given and one side is given, obviously it's going to be sine rule. But for us to use sine rule here, you have to find the other angle here by adding 29 plus 119. Then you get the other angle. Then you can use that other angle to find to compute your sine rule. So you can determine the D, E, and F by yourself. This is where I'm going to stop today's class. All these are also other examples that you can go through by yourself. It's very easy to do. So now, after we have done all this, so what is remaining for us now is to now go to bearing, because in bearing, this cosine rule and sine rule is what we need to do bearing. So when we resume, we'll start with bearing immediately. I'm not going back to cosine rule again. God bless you. And finally, before I sign off, I want you to go back to the platform. A quiz will be uploaded for you, 10 questions, which contains I think I have two questions on pyramid. Then I've uploaded question on algebra. I've uploaded notes on algebra and on number of numeration, which is logarithm of number less than 1. So please go back to those to the site elearning.imacollege.com. Then you can also there are some video that I also post there. It's linked to my YouTube channel. You can also go to the YouTube channel to see Mr. Adesina's video. Thank you and God bless you.